Today we have the critical drinker, the dumb drinker, the hyper drinker, and today he's doing, well, what we all been speculating and talking about is Star Wars somehow. Yeah, this is Disney don't give a fuck anymore. They said we're sinking swimming. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna lose another couple more $1 billion. I don't give a damn. Let's keep doing it. So, man, it's gonna be rough to watch. Let me pull up my seat for this one. I gotta get real close. So I already said Disney just hanging themselves at this point. At this point, I'm done with Disney. I moved to anime now, so these anime ain't doing no woke shit. But ooh, this should be rough for you Star Wars fans. I'm a Star Wars fan too, but ooh, right.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And with that philosophical precept in mind, dear viewer, I invite you to consider the following thought experiments. Imagine for a moment that you're the head of a major movie studio that's still reeling from a disastrously mismanaged trilogy of movies whose final entry made less than half as much as the first film and whose overwhelming failure relegated a once massively powerful and lucrative franchise into a bunch of irrelevant TV shows on a faltering streaming service. A trilogy built around one of the blandest, most uninteresting, and completely overpowered wish fulfillment non-characters in cinematic history. And now that it's been several years since the last film came out, and you're under pressure to put something into the cinema that'll somehow resurrect the bloated, decaying corpse of this once popular franchise, what exactly would you do? Well, if your answer is to swallow your pride, take the L, and put the failed trilogy and its wildly unpopular protagonist behind you, then you're clearly not the president of Lucasfilm. Because just the other day, at Star Wars Commiseration, Star Wars Celebration, we were treated to the news that literally nobody had been waiting for. Rey Palpatine, Rey Skywalker, is back for another Star Wars movie. You know, if there's one thing that
I'm gonna tell you right now, Disney is on a mission, and that mission is to watch this whole thing burn. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. My dream in life is to be a billionaire someday, own my own company, make put out good shit, not woke shit, put out good stuff like anime. Anime, comics, people who want to make ideas for like creating characters and stuff like that, and make my own video games someday. Typical running $1 billion company business work stuff, right? I have never in my life seen a company in my life since I've been growing up in the 90s wants to just watch their company burn. I mean, just burn. I'm talking about, like, I took this lighter and just came to work one day, poured gasoline all over the building and shit. And just came in, had a board meeting with everybody and said, y'all, this is it. This is the final stretch of the home run. And just randomly poured out a cigarette lighter and just flick it. And everybody just like, yo, we start running. Boom, the whole building just blow up. That's what Disney is doing. They're pouring gasoline. Just Mickey Mouse, Marvel, Disney, what's next? What's down here? Predator, Alien, put it down there. Princess, Alice in Wonderland, Oh, they got some more stuff. There we go. Yeah. I think that's everything. What's the match? Yeah, I'm just finna watch. I'll get my reaction review on this stuff. But at this point, y'all, at some point I'm gonna stop caring. And if y'all thought my face, because really, reason why I haven't been hyped for a lot of the stuff that Disney's been putting out, because it died so quickly. Like, their stuff, ever since COVID hit, Disney ain't been doing them, but just going down, 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 and it's like they're digging a hole to to failure. They're just racing to get there. I don't understand. Like, what's going on? Can they not find a? Oh my, bro! It's like, I don't know what to say.
I've come to appreciate about the modern entertainment industry is the sheer determined consistency of their own stupidity. I mean, if the plummeting box office revenue, the complete inertia of merchandise sales, seriously, if a fucking non-verbal Green Goblin is more popular than the literal face of your franchise, you know you've got problems. The death spiral of the overpriced and overhyped Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, and the fact that Star Wars Land itself looks like ground zero for a neutron bomb detonation isn't enough to clue you into the fact that Rey Skywalker is about as popular with general audiences as a treadmill at a body positivity meeting, then I don't really know what to say, man. There's flogging a dead horse, and then there's standing over its decades-old grave shouting, "Go, boy!" The announcement actually came as part of 3 new movies that are apparently in production now, according to Kathleen Kennedy, a woman whose predictions for new Star Wars projects are about as accurate as the 15 videos a day that Mike Zero puts out. How's that trilogy coming along, Ryan? Anyway, the first film is being overseen by James Mangold and will tell the tale of the first Jedi to wield the Force and harness it as a liberating power in an era of chaos and oppression. You know, I'm gonna go out on a total limb here and predict that the first Jedi in this movie just so happens to be a woman, and the oppressing forces are represented almost exclusively by white men. I know, what can I say, I must be psychic or something. The other film's being helmed by Dave Filoni and is all about the escalating war between the Imperial Remnant and the fledgling New Republic, and apparently it's going to close out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and whatever other series they managed to shit out onto Disney Plus in the meantime. Here's a little hint for you, Dave. No one really cares about these characters on the small screen, where they can basically watch them for free anyway, so I really don't see how you expect to sell them in movie theaters. Although I have to.
Yeah, for those who don't know what he's talking about, he say what? I heard what he said. Saying watch it for free. My head is hurting because Disney. I'm just doing too much dumb shit right now. I can't even get hyped no more. I have to lie, and I wish I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie or fake this shit. Y'all know how I am. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If I'm hyped, y'all can see how hyped I am. But this is just madhouse shit. This is just. Hey, we made it. Y'all gonna eat it, and y'all gonna suck on it. That's what y'all gonna do. We're gonna give y'all a Twisty Pop. You gonna get to the Twisty Pop, and you gonna eat it. And that's basically what they saying to all of us, because Disney don't care. Like back in the day, they probably cared back then, but now it's like, man, you. That's what they're saying. Fuck you. It's literally what they're doing. Absolutely F you is what they're saying.
To admit, it is kind of funny to see the reactions of people who actually believed the Disney Plus shows were somehow going to undo the events of the sequel trilogy. You were suckered in with a few rusty, shit-encrusted old keys that were polished up just enough to make them shine when they jangled them in front of you, and now you've been hooked. The truth is, the sequels aren't going anywhere. They will never be undone. Every ridiculous world-breaking moment, every unlikable arsehole character, every ludicrous writing choice is now immortalized, enshrined in Star Wars lore forever. Like a gigantic steaming post-Vindaloo turd that won't flush no matter how desperately you crank the handle. Which brings me at last to Rey Palpatine. Nah, fuck off technical problems, logo. I'm calling her exactly what she is, because Rey is as much a Skywalker as I'm a Schwarzenegger. You can't just call yourself something and expect it to magically come true. Anyway, based on the announcement, Rey's movie is going to be directed by Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, who according to her Wikipedia page is a Pakistani journalist, filmmaker, and activist known for her work on films that highlight the inequality of women. Oh my goodness, it's a total mystery why Kathleen Kennedy would have put this specific woman in charge of a movie about her favourite fictional self-insert character. Go ahead, cast Brie Larson and Tessa Thompson in this movie too. Make my day, punk.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Anyway, the film
Wow. People gotta chill.
takes place about 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker, which is probably a wise move in retrospect considering we've already been waiting about 5 years for Rogue Squadron and Rian Johnson's trilogy. And it's going to feature Rey as a Jedi Master this time, because I guess when there's nobody around to tell you otherwise, you can basically promote yourself to whatever position you feel like. And that being the case, you can now refer to me as God Emperor Drinker from now on. Now I don't know about you, but I personally welcome this move because I can't wait to see Rey as a cowardly, embittered old hobo living alone on a windswept island, drinking green alien city milk and getting totally owned by a strong, empowered young man who teaches her to be a hero again. You're not looking so disgusted now, are you, love? Oh wait, sorry, I forgot that door can only ever swing one way in modern movies. Of course Rey will be the greatest Jedi Master in all of Star Wars history, and everyone who meets her will bow down before her magnificence. And of course there won't even be an antagonist in this film, because nobody in their right mind could ever possibly challenge someone as perfect as Rey. Although I have to admit it would make me laugh if they wheeled Palpatine out yet again, because it would fit in perfectly with Lucas.
I'm just gonna say this, Disney, you are finna burn for this. And your fans, you thought you lost 100 million subscribers on Disney? You about to be.
This film's complete and total lack of imagination these days. Really though, when I think about the possible motivation for doggedly trying to make this character work in the face of financial ruin and sheer common sense, the one thing that I keep coming back to is...
sheer fucking hubris.
It's no secret at this point that Rey was very much Kathleen Kennedy's baby, her ultimate vindication for all those coffees she had to make and all those notes she had to take down as a humble secretary in the early days. All those years of slowly working her way upwards, climbing the corporate ladder, being a woman in a man's worlds. Rey was the culmination of her own life experiences and worldview, the perfect idealized vision of how she saw herself. Strong, capable, resourceful.
It's like Disney is poking at us too. They know that we're gonna get pissed. They're like literally taking a fork. You know how your kids are always annoying you, messing with you, they're just constantly poking you until you constantly tell them to stop until you smack them. Yeah, that's basically what's happening.
Resourceful, independent, supremely talented, and lacking all the flaws and weaknesses of her male counterparts. Better than them in every measurable way, and the fact that the character was met with almost universal scorn and derision from the Star Wars fanbase was a thorn in her side that she was determined to pull out, no matter how many movies and how much money it required. You know, it's kind of funny when you realise just how petty and immature these titans of the movie industry actually are. But weirdly, the person I feel most sorry for here is Daisy Ridley, the face of Rey. She seems like a nice person who totally doesn't deserve the flack that she's probably taken because of this character, and to be fair, I can't really blame her for coming back to the role. Her career hasn't exactly been flying high since Rise of Skywalker, which itself should be a telling indication of how popular those films were, and I can definitely see the appeal of that big old Disney paycheck. If it were me though, I'd probably follow Adam Driver's example and try to put as much distance between myself and my Star Wars character as humanly possible. Trust me, it'll work out better for you in the long term. All that being said though, I welcome this movie because I know it's going to provide enough fuel to launch 1,000 YouTube careers. And if everyone involved is determined to put themselves in the ring again, then damn man, the God Emperor Drinker is more than happy to go one more round. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Hey guys, Manscaped.
Yeah, I heard it here first, man. He said, "Go away now." I don't have anything to say. I see the writing on the wall what Disney is doing. I think a lot of us see the writing on the wall what the hell they're doing. Like, this is not going to fly very well for them whatsoever. I just don't see them. It's like their main objective is to shit on every IP address they own. And everybody's just supposed to sit there and, you know, clutch their fingers and eat ass or some shit while they do it. And it's like, one thing you don't want to do is piss off the fans, especially the stuff they like that they grew up liking as a child. I'm going to tell you right now, it's like, I want to say it, but I can't say it. And I can say it, but it's like, what's the word called? 1,000 words have more meaning than anything. And I'm just sitting thinking to myself like, man, Disney do not care. I'm just trying to figure out why. I never seen a $1 billion company just say, you know what, fuck it, I want to fail. And that's basically what they did. Oh my god! It's like the more I think about it, the more it makes my head hurt. And I'm just like, what can we do? I don't know, y'all. I'm just sitting scratching my head right now. I honestly don't know. I'm just sitting here thinking right now, and it's like Disney is like, I got something for y'all ass. I want to say more, but it's like, what can I say? Because I'm not the owner of the company, so I can't just go in and be like, look, y'all fucking up. We need the course correct right now before we sink. It's either sink or swim, boys. And we've been doing good for years. But oh man, post comments down below, man. Just like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But man, it's gonna be a rough year already. We already kicking off with a bang. I'm out of here, y'all. Let's check this joint on out, y'all.